My name is Ricky Kilgore. I'm a paraplegic. 6 years ago, I was paralyzed from a car accident. It left me paralyzed from the waist down. When I first got hurt and when my doctor told me that I would never be able to walk again, it was very devastating. I really thought it was over, with family and friends showing me the way, showing me certain activities that I can do still being disabled. You ready to play some games? With the help of Hippotherapy, really gave me enough confidence to go, okay, well, it's not that bad being in a chair. And now I'm paralyzed from the knees down. It's amazing what you can overcome with the right state of mind. You're a good boy. Horses definitely taught me how to walk again.
My name is Joanne Benjamin. I'm a physical therapist, and I'm here at Ride On, which is a therapeutic riding and equine-assisted therapy program in Southern California.
My name is Robert Pope. I'm the executive director and co-founder of Giant Steps Therapeutic Equestrian Center, but very close to town in Petaluma, where our riders come 6 days a week to interface with a 1,000-pound best friend and therapist and obtain extraordinary results.
In therapeutic riding, it's an adaptive leisure activity, it's recreational, and the idea is to learn how to ride, whether that's by changing the tack and making it easier for a person with a disability to participate, or just having a ramp available for them to get on the horse. Whereas in hippotherapy, our emphasis is on rehabilitation. We're using the movement of the horse to improve a patient's function, improve their lives outside of the arena. So as a therapist, I don't care if they learn how to ride, but I do care if they improve their balance or their coordination, their strength, their sensory awareness of themselves. All of those things will help them function better in the real world. We have children in hippotherapy from age 2 on up to adults. I think my oldest patient was 84. And the diagnostic categories run the gamut anywhere from neuromuscular disorders such as cerebral palsy, multiple sclerosis, traumatic brain injury, spinal cord injury, to other sorts of developmental disabilities, Down syndrome, mental retardation, and difficulties such as autism spectrum disorders and other types of developmental problems. Most programs, particularly NARA-accredited programs, will have ramps that are built to ADA specifications, and the wheelchair will go right up, and so the transfer ends up being pretty much a same-level transfer from one seat to the back of the horse and back again. Some programs have overhead lifts that make the horse more accessible. And then again, some horses have been taught to lie down and have the person get on and stand up and go for their ride from there.
When Chris first came here, he's walking with a cane, and he was walking with a cane then too, but his sense of balance is severely impaired. And originally, when we first came here, we had to use the lift to actually lift him onto the horse. And we've gone from using the lift to actually walking up the ramp and mounting on the horse there, and actually dismounting on his own too.
Physically, riding has helped me get stronger in the abdominal area. My side-to-side balance was always sort of okay, but my front-to-back was, if I had done this before riding, I would be falling out of my chair right now. Whereas now, I can almost lift myself up. I can almost do a half sit-up, which is incredible. And that strength is translated into my everyday life by allowing me to transfer more easily, have more independence in my daily life. If it's an uneven transfer, it's not as difficult for me to make that uneven transfer out of my car into my chair. And with my daughter, it helps me pick her up. It helps me hold her. It helps me lay in bed and pick her up above my head and let her fly like Peter Pan. I think that that's incredible.
His balance is incredible. He used to have a constant bruise on his forehead from falling down, and now there's a bump there, but no more bruises because he just is so steady, so stable. His endurance, he's gone from being wiped out in a 20-minute period to now being able to withstand that full hour lesson. And if you'd let him, he'd ride all day. He loves it.
I just get to go along for the ride, and it's still moving my hips as if I'm walking, and it's stimulating all those muscles as if I'm walking, and that's therapy for me.
We use Tennessee walking horses. We breed them and train them specifically for therapy purposes. The walking horses work exceptionally well, first because the breed's disposition is second to none. They're extremely sweet. All of our riders, whatever the disability, have a balance issue of some kind. And by not having to worry about trotting or posting, it means that they can ride faster, sooner, for those that ride independently, and they have a greater feeling of accomplishment.
I think the most satisfying is having parents, having doctors, having the patients themselves realize the physical and the cognitive, the emotional benefits that they get from hippotherapy. And what's really interesting is it often happens quite quickly. The changes occur, I think, because it's a natural environment. And so we have a lot of the improvements that come in areas of walking and balance. I've had several patients speak their first words on the back of a horse. Something about the stimulation of the movement helps to encourage those behaviors to emerge.
What happens is that when the body starts to move through the motion of the horse as if it were walking, the neural pathways to the brain that were previously closed because of the disability open. And then the brain assumes that walking activities or whatever the disability is now functioning again, and other things begin to develop.
A horse's gait is like a human's gait, so it's providing me movement of my trunk, my lower extremities, as if I'm walking.
There's no clinical setting that can replicate the human stride as well as sitting on the moving horse.
It's a breath of fresh air. If you are a parent who has tried the sterile setting of a therapy room, or you've been in and out of the doctor's offices, and I know with our son, just finding a diagnosis took 2 years before we had a final diagnosis for him. To come out to this beautiful, pristine setting, to see these majestic animals, and to see your child blossom while they're here. I encourage any and all parents of young children, of older children, and we've had adult riders come out here and make huge progress. I can't envision a better place to come and to explore your opportunities of developing your body and your mind.
It's a sense of freedom for me, not being in my chair or having my crutch or showing my braces, and it just gives me a sense of freedom.
You're in nature. You're riding around on 4 strong legs. It's incredible. So I was so happy to find them and to really find an activity that would keep me physically healthy, that would give me a mental and emotional boost, as well as take me places I never imagined going.
Just to go out and have fun and not it to be so serious.
To see the views that in a chair you're just not going to really be able to see unless you're in a car at a turnout. This is on the animal actually going through the trees, and it's scary. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's scary and exhilarating and empowering, and it's the greatest thing that I've ever found.
And then come to me and let's just go have a ride and forget about all the worries. So he reminds me to do that.
it's that indescribable relationship between this incredible animal, the horse, and this little boy. It's a connection that I don't know how to explain truly. To me, my only explanation for it is it's a miracle.
My horse's name is Spirit. He's always been pretty special in my book. He's pretty mellow for a horse, as if he accepted me right away from the beginning, being disabled. And I think all animals would do that if you would just give them some time.
To find a program in anyone's area, you would go to the website of the North American Riding for the Handicapped, www.NARHA, N-A-R-H-A, or NorthAmericanRidingForTheHandicapped.org.
Thank you. Thank you for a great ride.